Welcome to 2026, the year when millions of Americans will suddenly find that their taxes have skyrocketed, even if they haven't earned a single cent more. If you followed the news last year, you heard a lot of promises about the largest tax cuts in history. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, protecting Social Security. But while politicians were arguing about new laws, the old clock was quietly ticking. At the end of 2025, the most massive tax breaks for the middle class quietly expired. Your bank didn't warn you about this. The IRS is silent about it. Today, I am going to tell you exactly what changed in 2026, why your standard deduction could be cut in half, and how the wealthy have already protected their assets. These are not predictions. This is the reality of 2026. Let's start with the most painful blow, the standard deduction. In 2017, this deduction was doubled. This meant that millions of people paid less in taxes, regardless of their income. Up until the end of 2025, this deduction was $15,000 for single taxpayers and $30,000 for married couples filing jointly. But here is the secret that many forgot. These cuts were always temporary. They were programmed to disappear. Now, in 2026, if Congress does not take emergency action, and we know how slowly they work, this deduction could be cut in half. What does this mean for you? It means that a huge chunk of your income that was previously shielded from taxes is now taxable. You will simply pay more for doing exactly the same thing. But it's not just about deductions. The tax brackets themselves have reverted to their old numbers. A few years ago, we got used to lowered rates. The 15% bracket dropped to 12%, the 25% bracket dropped to 22%, and the maximum individual tax rate dropped from 39.6% to just 37%. The clock struck midnight at the end of 2025. Those lowered rates have expired. Now the rates are going right back up. This is a mathematical inevitability that every taxpayer will face in 2026. Your paychecks might look the same, but the amount you hand over to Uncle Sam in the spring will be an unpleasant surprise. If you are a freelancer, an independent contractor, or a small business owner, 2026 has a special surprise for you. Do you remember the QBI deduction? This rule allowed qualifying business owners to immediately write off 20% of their business income. Earned $100,000? You only paid tax on $80,000. This saved millions of entrepreneurs. This deduction also had an expiration date, and it has expired. If you planned your finances for 2026 based on the math of previous years, you are already losing. And let's not forget about bonus depreciation, which allowed investors to write off up to 100% of the cost of certain investment property, like real estate and equipment. This provision started phasing out in 2023, and now, in 2026, it is set to disappear completely. So why aren't billionaires and corporations panicking? Because they don't rely on temporary political solutions. They use permanent loopholes. Have you heard about how billionaires who buy sports teams write off millions in taxes through intangible assets like player contracts and media rights? That system still works. Have you heard about the carried interest loophole, which allows private equity funds to pay taxes at a rate of just 20%, while ordinary people pay up to 37%? The system is designed to protect those who know the rules of the game. In 2026, you cannot afford to just go with the flow and hope that politicians will fix everything retroactively. You need to reassess your tax strategies right now. Check your tax withholdings. If you don't, you are facing a massive tax bill next year. Stop listening to old advice. The rules of 2025 no longer work in 2026. Paperwork, planning, and aggressively protecting your income, these are your only shields. Share this video with every business owner or freelancer you know, because they might not even suspect what is coming. Let me know in the comments if you have already noticed changes in your paycheck withholdings this year. I read every single comment. Be smarter than the system.